welcome to the 2018 Subpar Olympics. For those who didn't make the cut, I'm your host, Brooke Bear, and today we'll be covering two sports, gymnastics and dance. The athletes being evaluated today are Brianna Crump and Molly Chapman. Scores given will be based off the technique, execution, and torque ability. An athlete with little force in their torque will result in a low score. Before we begin, a short commercial break.
I'm Molly Chapman from Team USA, and I sponsor Wasabi Peas. They make me sweat when I skip weight room. That's disgusting.
We will start with gymnastics. In evaluating torque, we will watch for a force's ability to rotate an object, or in this case, Molly. To evaluate Molly's torque, I find the distance from her axis, or hips, to her toes, and multiply by the force of her jump and angle between the applied force and her legs. Her torque ends up being 202.988 newtons times meters. Newton meters.
It was definitely the best routine I've ever done.
As for her technique, her toes weren't pointed nearly enough, and I can tell she's been skipping weight room, 5 out of 10. Her execution was nothing near impressive, and her dance was not convincing, and she failed to stick her various landings, 2 out of 10. Next up, we have our dance competitor Brianna. Remember the importance of her torque, technique, and execution, but mainly torque.
You're lovely, but it's not true that I won't ever change. Though my love is
Now to find Brianna's torque, I find the distance between her shoulders and hip and multiply it by the force from the floor and the angle between her arm and body. To find her force, however, I took into account the friction from the dance floor. Her torque ended up being negative 162.027.
I really left it all out on the stage, and I'm proud of myself for pushing through.
Brianna's routine really did live up to the name of the game, subpar. Her execution was subpar. Her technique was subpar. Everything was just subpar, 5 out of 10. She obviously didn't warm up correctly because those turns were kind of shaky. She should definitely consider taking many more ballet classes because her technique was horrendous, 4 out of 10. Nice try, Brianna. Maybe you'll do us all a favor and not live up to the name subpar next time.
Team USA comes in dead last. Both athletes seem disappointed in their scores for some reason, but regardless, their torques were both powerful and received 8 out of 10s. Until 2022, this has been Brooke Bear, signing off. And if I were competing, we wouldn't have lost.